when only a few months back he admitted that the taxes will only come down if KRA increases its tax collection. His budget is already at 4.3 trillion, way above what Kenyans were rejecting last year. Are you convinced that he has it right?
I'm not convinced 100%, but I am convinced that he is trying to do something a little different from what we saw last year or the year before. Remember, the last year thing was an anger from the common mwananchi or the young people of this country that was carried forward from the year 2022-2023 finance bill, which was the Kenyans went before the committee during the public participation. They said what they needed to say, including professionals and private sector and everything. We agreed, and it was on the media everywhere, that more than 60 to 70% of the presentations were against some of those things. Then nothing completely changed. Then that was passed by numbers in parliament. That anger was in the people, and it brewed to last year. And so last year, everybody was watching and seeing if they want to repeat the same thing again. And it started on signals that it is repeating. That is where the majority whip, Honorable Soro and the rest, went out there and busted on the people, telling them nothing will change, not even a comma. And those, it awakened the anger that was brewing. And then people said, now it is us versus them. Now, today, I may not, from your question, I might not be 100% convinced that John Mbadi is getting it right. But I think he has started somewhere different from what we have seen in the first two finance bills, including the one last year that almost took down this country. So for him to go out and start by getting people to talk about what they feel, the rage is coming out, and people are asking tough questions, I believe it informs his mind. And so when he goes to sit down, because budget originates from the executive, when he sits down with the executive, he can tell the real story of how Kenyans think and how Kenyans feel about what has been happening and what they believe should be happening. So whether it is going to completely turn around things at this point in time, I might not say. But I think from where I see it, it is a good move to start by listening and understanding what the people of Kenya think about the budget process in this country.
If it was active listening, it should have started earlier. Kenyans really communicated their intentions last year. To come 3 months to the very main process of budget making in Parliament, as Kathy said, this is pure PR.
No, just a minute, Fred. When did John Mbadi come to the office? You have to get to this office and understand the runnings, everything that is inside before you go out. John Mbadi could not step into the office and jump out and start listening before he actually knows inside here what was going on, what was on the table, what was under the table, and everything. I don't think it is fair to judge Mbadi on coming out now that is
and
too late.
And it's not just Mbadi, the individual.
Yes. On the contrary, Meshack assumes that a ministry runs like a business or a personal concern where all the decisions that are actually being done now are expressly on the direction and instruction of CS Mbadi. As in, it's a bureaucracy. So there's